Hello, my name is TJ Verver and I am with the Texas Farm Bureau. First, I want to welcome you out to the beautiful Texas Hill Country, where I will be giving you an introduction about one of its most beautiful treasures, the white-tailed deer. In this video, we will talk about different stages of their growth, what they like to eat, and where they live. We will also discuss common words used to describe them. White-tailed deer can be found all over North, Central, and parts of South America. They have been known to live up to 10 years in the wild, but that depends on their environment, nutrition, and overall health. Let's start with some common terms you will hear throughout this video. A fawn is a baby deer under 1 year of age that has not been weaned. In other words, its mom still takes care of it. The next word we need to be familiar with is the word doe. A doe is an adult female deer. Does give birth to fawns. And last, a male deer is known as a buck. Fawns are born in the spring. They can easily be identified by the white spots on their coat. The white spots are used as camouflage to help protect against predators such as coyotes and bobcats. Once the climate changes in the winter, they will lose those spots and establish a thick gray coat, which helps them blend into the scenery at that time of year. It also provides warmth against the cold. In the summer, all deer will have orange coats because it provides better camouflage in summer vegetation. In the winter, they will all change to a gray color. If you see a fawn by itself, please do not disturb it. Does will go off during the day and return to feed their fawns. They do this in order to avoid attracting attention from predators to their fawns. Bucks can be identified by their antlers. Does do not have antlers. Bucks shed their antlers every year from January to March. Throughout the spring and summer, antlers will regrow. During the regrowth stage, they are soft and filled with blood vessels. They are covered in soft, short skin that is called velvet. With proper nutrition each year, their antlers will grow bigger. In fact, they have been known to grow up to ½ an inch a day. During the velvet cycle, these antlers are very sensitive and fragile. Once the growing stage is complete, the velvet will dry up and begin to fall off. Bucks will often rub their antlers against trees to speed up the process of removing the velvet. After the velvet cycle is over, bucks are left with hard antlers such as the ones that I have here in front of me. As you can see, all the velvet is gone. They've got a little bit of color in them, and they are very hard. These are some sheds that were actually found earlier this year on one of the ranches down the road. As you can see, this is kind of a smaller buck, but I've got another example here to show you of something a little bit bigger, and just a pretty good example of what good nutrition can bring out in a buck. As you can see, these are a little bit bigger, got a little bit more width, a little more mass to them. And the difference between horns and antlers is that antlers have points. And what I mean when I say points is this beam is called the main beam right here. So antlers actually have points coming off of that main beam. So if we count the points, we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this buck is known as a 10-point buck. And I've got one more example here that I'd like to show you of something just a little bit bigger, and just a really good example of what good nutrition can allow these bucks to accomplish, and that's this set right here. If you'll notice, these are thicker. They've got quite a bit more weight to them, and just a really good example of what a nice buck this would be. I'm sure he's going to be even bigger this coming year, so we're excited to see the shed that's going to come off of him. And one more thing that I will mention to you that's very important, and that's something that these wildlife need to survive as well as human beings, and that's right behind me. That's water. So I think it's our responsibility to be able to conserve and use it wisely so that we'll have enough for the wildlife as well as ourselves. White-tailed deer are herbivores, which means they do not eat meat. They are also known as ruminants. Ruminants have 4 chambers in their stomach. Plants are low in nutrition and hard to digest. This type of stomach is specially adapted to be able to remove the last bit of nutrients from the plant matter. It allows them to regurgitate or spit up their food so that they can chew it again and get every last nutrient. This is known as chewing the cud. Deer like edge habitats, which is where a brush line or tree line meet a field. They are more active at dawn and dusk. The brush gives them cover during the day to digest their food. They are also nocturnal, which means they roam at night. They have excellent hearing, eyesight, and sense of smell, so they are well adapted to avoid predators in the dark. Well, I hope you enjoyed this introduction to white-tailed deer. On behalf of Texas Farm Bureau, thank you for watching.